I've been playing, man, since I was like, when I was playing Nintendo 64 when the first Smash game came out. I can't remember how old I was though, but yeah, I was really little.
Okay. Did you play Melee and Brawl or PM?
Yeah. Not Project M, but I did play all the other ones.
Okay. Competitively?
Project M's the only one I haven't played. No, just casually. I've always been like competitive mindset, but not like I never joined tournaments or like studied up on it, YouTube videos or anything like that. Frame data and all that. I never did any of that stuff.
Okay.
I was competitive with my cousin. Yeah. So I do now.
Okay. What is it that you do now? Like, so both framework and I mean that's a little thing. Framework, you go into like it's like a one-day thing. You just watch it one day and you go, okay, cool, I got it. But so do you go to tournaments?
I've been to a couple. I only joined one, and it didn't go very well. But because I feel like I came into the competitive scene really late. But yeah, I went to one just to kind of get the feel of it. Lost like the first round. Went into losers bracket. Lost the first round on that too. And but I got to play a lot of friendlies and pick up on a lot of things I was doing wrong.
Okay.
So like I was very predictable to people that were very serious about the game, were competitive, and I felt like they could just predict everything I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know exactly where it is that stuff is, like my landing or yeah.
All right. So you've been to one tournament only?
Yeah, one that I joined, but I went to another one just to play some friendlies.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to another one on Tuesday again. So.
Nice. Where in the US are you?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay. Whoa, you got basically one tournament per day you can go to. But
I wish I could find them.
Oh, you don't know where to find them? Okay, hold on. This is important. Let me find you a even I'm in it. It's called SoCal Smash 4 Community. There you go. All the tournaments here, posted every single day. If you want to ask anyone about any tournament, when and where and how to get there, that's where you go and ask.
Alright, you said it was SoCal Smash 4?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm like in the Bay Area. I don't think that's actually SoCal. I know in SoCal I'm sure there's a lot more, but in the Bay Area, like over like near SF and all of that.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, no, there's that. I've been there for sure. There's a lot of tournaments there you can go to. So just go in there and ask, and I'm sure you'll find stuff you didn't know about.
All right.
Let's see. I'm guessing your character is Fox.
Yes.
Okay, only?
I play Fox, Mario, Link. I think I picked up on Mario like more recently, so like Fox and Link were my mains for a while.
Okay. Do you know the Ike matchup?
Mario just... Yeah.
Have you played against it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. More of a heavyweight. So yeah, I don't know too many things about matchup stuff yet, but yeah, it's just I have to find more people to play with so that I can get more familiar with more matchups.
I see. I'll help you out with that later. I was gonna say let's just test the connection. All right, not too bad. Okay, let's make a best of 5, and
okay.
I'll be quiet during the best of 5 just to kind of study what's happening. If there's anything you want to ask me about the matchup or whatever, really, just let me know.
Okay.
And if you need time in between games, like think or refresh or whatever, let me know.
All right. Oh man, there's a bit of lag, but yeah, that should have snapped. We got one ST for another. I'm wondering if I maybe turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone, if that might like make the connection a little better.
You can try. Do you have a LAN adapter? A Wii U LAN adapter for the for the Wii U?
Yep, the lag. See, I was trying to do a back air right there. I don't know what happened though with the lag.
Let's see. If you're uncomfortable with the lag, it's fine. I'll just send you back the money. But this happens occasionally. That they're so unused to playing with lag that it's just like it's undoable to a point.
Normally, like, yeah, I've played like I'll play with my girlfriend sometimes online and it's fine. But yeah, this is kind of a lot. Maybe it's like Fox. I need to be like without any lag because he's such a fast player.
Mm-hmm.
If I switch over to Mario, maybe you can study a little bit more on like my playstyle and habits and
Right, sure.
see like maybe that can work a bit. I think my approaches, I need to work on my approaches for sure.
I see.
No sympathy from me.
Yeah, I inputted a roll for a little bit too, and that just didn't go through at all.
It's okay.
Any Anything so far though? Like any
Oh
little
yeah,
tips
yeah,
or
yeah.
things
I'm
so
I'm
far?
noticing a couple of things so far, but let's give it 2 more games.
Okay. I'll try going back to my fox. What part of the U.S. are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in Sweden right now.
Oh. I wonder if that has anything to do with the lag at all, like the distance.
Not necessarily. I mean, somewhat, sure, but I mean, all my students are American.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get no sympathy from me.
Yeah, that first one for sure was an SD, and I couldn't get the
Oh yeah, no,
dash at the right time.
I get you. Don't worry about it.
But as far as the rest of it goes, though, yeah, it's hard to play faster when there's lag going on. But any tips so far?
So some things I'm noticing so far. This is recorded. This might be a short session because if you're not comfortable playing with lag, then it's not gonna kind of be optimized, the training session. But I do have a couple of smaller things. So I noticed, especially with your Mario, at least to just start off with, this is a small thing. Whenever you get put into disadvantage, you tend to buffer things. So you buffer double jump, you buffer attack, you buffer air dodge, but you never really try to tech. So at low to mid percentage, allow yourself to tech. Basically, allow yourself to not do anything. Allow yourself to not panic with an option. Because all of the 3 immediate buffered / panic options, air dodge, double jump, and attack, are all punishable. And it's only because you were trying to avoid a true combo. And at that point, it's like, you rather just either double jump and mix up your landing, or you accept the true combo and just DI away, so that after the combo you're fine. There's not much else happening. We'll get that to we'll get to that a little bit later. But so what you want to do is you want to allow yourself to either accept a true combo, or you see that the opponent is fishing for more, right? He's shielding, he's trying to block something, or he's jumping, he's trying to punish a double jump, or he's waiting, trying to punish an air dodge. Basically, he's not going for a true combo. At that point, you can fast fall during your tumble state and just tech, which is something you're not doing at all, which means all I have to do is just put you into disadvantage and you panic yourself into buttons. So you need to kind of level with me and try to react to disadvantage state. It's not about like immediately pressing things, because as soon as you do, you basically commit to things. And if we go back to your fox, you mostly went for double jumping out, which is fine, but as you saw, that first talk I took was me just dash attacking where you're about to land. At that point, you need to stall to shine, or you need to go for side B, so the illusion, or whatever it's called, to mix up your landing even more. So this all comes down to reaction, so it's not something you have to just do. It's more that you watch me and you see that, alright, I double jumped out, but this Ike is still chasing me and he can basically forward air or dash attack this area. So I'm going to actually side B through him, or I'm going to go off stage and grab the ledge instead, so that you play according to me, not according to what you want or what you think you should do. And something else I noticed is you have a hard time seeing if somebody's DIing in or DIing out on most of your things. And this comes down to also you having the habit of DIing in on most things. This is why I'm getting multiple forward airs. This is why I'm getting multiple strings in general. And even if you're about to get punished, you're holding in. So, for example, let's say you get down tilted by my Ike and I hit you with forward air. You're DIing in towards me during that, which means I can connect a second forward air, or even a third at that point. And this is why I would... This is the only reason I would be able to get anything like that. So you want to DI away anything that wouldn't kill you but would put you in a bad spot. So that way you can just basically... First of all, if you DI away the down tilt... So let's say you dash attack me or you forward smash me and you see that, oh shit, that hit a shield, I'm about to get punished. Hold the IOA already, so that when somebody hits you, you're already flying far away from them and they can't really combo you because it's the IOA at that point. And at that point, also, you don't need to panic with air dodge, double jump, or attack because there's no true combo. So at that point, you can fast fall and tech, or you can just land normally. And even use like a last split second attack, like you can side B against me for all we know, and that might work out perfectly. But right now it's very much like there's steps here that you're going for, but I need to kind of just expand your options a little bit. Let's see. Right, okay, so the whole DI thing. So for example, you down throw me and you want, I saw that you were trying to go for the whole back air thing. The back air was misinputted, so I understand that, but you were still fishing for the back air as if I was DIing away, while clearly I was just DIing in and waiting, kind of, just to see if you would go for that forward air. So on Fox, if somebody DIs in towards you, that's forward air to up air. If they DI away, that's when you go for back air to dash attack. You could also... I like how you started off the game very elusive, very cheeky. You just kind of won the neutral with jabs and quick pokes, and it would have been good if you kind of stayed with that. But then, basically, as soon as I got you into disadvantaged state, this is what happened, right? You DI'd in on all my stuff. You got punished over and over again for immediately committing. Because, obviously, you were holding in towards me, so it kind of... It's a double negative at that point. And you sometimes recovered high, like quicker, and I guess you didn't need to do that sometimes. You could have just kind of been off stage a little while longer and tried to actually aim for the ledge, but you aimed high. The low ones I know are like misinputs because of Wi-Fi though. What else? I think that's honestly, that was all I took advantage of, and that's why it felt like I was just hitting you repeatedly once I got you once.
Yeah, definitely. I think one time I was able to I did DI away a little bit and you missed one of your forward airs.
Yeah.
And I noticed that DI actually worked.
Yeah.
But when I DI away, then it just becomes a little bit harder to recover with the lag going on, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, exactly. But that's the thing, right? You do have to DI away, and you do as hard. I know it's kind of hard to play a fast character online, and I know the delay kind of is a bitch, but you can definitely like try at least to aim for the ledge, and even if you miss it, if you go for a low recovery or like you undershoot it, at least I know that the decision making was right, so that you don't put yourself in a bad decision through your own play.
Okay. I do want to get the most out of it, even if it has lag involved. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty to learn with or without lag.
Oh,
so.
For sure. No, I'll do my best.
I mean, okay. You can go another round.
Let's try another best of 5 now.
Okay.
2, 1, go!
Take your time.
Yep, still missing clicks.
You don't have to shield after up tilts because I don't have a combo breaker. You just have to turn around and grab me. Dash attacks are predictable. Take it easy.
I was supposed to grab the ledge on that one too. And on that one.
You'll get no sympathy from me.
So at 0%, once you get up tilt started, I would usually recommend one up tilt to jab or one up tilt to grab. If you go for multiple, I might DI down and shield it. And if you go for two, you're getting lucky, honestly, that I'm not shielding after the first one, or because like I'm maybe like hit high enough for you to be able to do one more. But if it's two, don't even shield, unless you're playing in someone like Mario or whoever has a combo breaker, like possibly Marth, right? But Ike, all of his frames are kind of slow. He doesn't have any combo breakers, so just turn around and grab him. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And your dash attacks, take your time. You need to fake out your aggression. You need to see if I'm actually aware of that the fact of that you might or that you are fishing for it. So if I'm staying very grounded and I'm kind of walling you out on the ground, see if you can find full hop down airs or back air pressure or like weave in and out of my range so that you can whiff punish instead of just initiate blindly or randomly.
2, 1,
Okay.
go!
That's where you need to mix up the landing.
That was supposed to be a forward air.
It's okay, that should have been a back air.
Too many of the jump get-ups, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We could have done a shield mode.
That's the attack I'm talking about. It's pointless.
No sympathy from me.
Okay, are you noticing that you're very grounded? Like very, very grounded.
Yeah, it's. I can't even get my short hops going because of the lag.
I see.
Normally, I would be jumping a lot more.
Okay.
You can have my girlfriend; she's right next to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I normally do jump a lot more, and yeah, I can't with the lag. Every jump comes out as a full jump, full hop.
Okay.
It's weird because even online when it's me, it's fine. Hello, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah, she's got one earphone in, and I got the other.
I see. I'll go slow on you. Try your best to do what you would normally do. Just pretend it's offline. That's
Okay.
sounds harder than done, but yeah.
Yeah.
1, go!
grab.
After that downer, just grab.
Yeah, after no, after your up tilt, grab me. After my attacks on block, don't grab me.
I meant to shield that one too. I was supposed to be a neutral.
Nice. That's panic options here. Okay, so are you
down tilt might have gotten it.
sorry, say that
Or
again?
a down tilt right there probably would have been better. Like after landing.
You mean at the end?
Yeah, like I went up with the up air and then probably a down tilt would have been a little bit better option right there.
No, I'm gonna show you a couple of things actually. So, first of all, just stay with your fox. I'm gonna just show you something very key here, which I noticed. Your neutral game is very based on winning it through punishing the ground. So you're looking for dash attacks, you're looking for shield or block into a counter, and you're looking for miss punishes. But that's basically about it. So let me show you what's actually like equally as important that you're just completely missing. You did it twice only though. And I'm not sure if it's because of the confidence or the awareness maybe, but so I am basically always spending time here, right? And you're always trying to shield, and you're always trying to block and punish. Try blocking and punishing anyhow right now. So it doesn't matter how you try, just block. At this point, it's kind of hard for you to do anything, right?
Yeah.
So where can you punish me? And that's basically, this is a summary of how it looks. You're on the ground, you're trying to spot dodge, you're trying to get something going, you're trying to punish the ground. Where are you not punishing? Okay, so let's get you exactly. I heard that one in the background. So the air. Okay, that's the key thing missing here. Short hop anti-airs and full hop anti-airs. So here's the thing. A part of your whiff punishing games mean that I can't miss, which means I can stall and mix you up with double jumps, right? So I can basically fake out the fact that I'm going to be landing and double jump. I can also full hop and take it slow like this. But where am I vulnerable? If you look at my Ike, he's jumping and then swinging before he lands. So basically up here, I am exactly
right there?
There I am vulnerable, which means that you should be from a distance. For example, from this distance, if you see that I'm full hopping, you can already jump in with back air like this, or you can run in with full hop forward air. So you have your own full hop to stuff out full hops as well. That's something you don't really try winning neutral as, and that's extremely important. Otherwise, I just have to do this, and at this point, this is all I have to do to win against you. It's just continuously punish you for fishing on the ground. So another variation of this, let me show you myself kind of what it is that you can be doing to depending on your positioning, how to anti-air different jumps.
Okay. Should I say as Fox?
For this one, go Ike, just as a neat little example. I guess, so essentially, since I saw that you were too scared to... I don't know if it's scared or not. I don't know if... That's what I mean. I don't know if it's the awareness or if it's that you're scared because it's Wi-Fi. But you basically didn't punish my short hops ever, and you didn't punish my full hops except twice in the previous game.
Yeah, most of my jumps keep coming out as full hops, so that's kind of why I was playing it safe on the ground instead.
I see, okay. Alright, so let's say you full hop, right? You full hop, and you can't swing immediately, because if you do, like, that's just a miss that you have to punish. Like, up there, it doesn't matter. So you have to jump, and you have to swing low, right? Exactly. So basically, if you full hop, or well, actually, you can start with a short hop. A short hop is very easy. You can kind of just stay in range, and you can either punish a landing, or... that's grounded punishes, or you immediately just bam punish up here.
Okay.
And with that, so as you are doing right now, so that's a quick aerial. That means that basically there's a lot of time before you land, right? So I just have to stick around and then punish. That's an easy whiff punish for Fox. So you have to swing a little later, otherwise he's just gonna wait for that. So you have to swing a little later. That's too early. So low, hit me down here. Just like that. Exactly. That's how you swing. Okay, so that means that he's delaying his aerial and he's vulnerable in the jump in itself. So at this point you can even jump in with this, or you can jump in with Nair like this, or this one. That's really up to you, but the most effective and safer one is just back air them, right? Now, this is why you kind of want to stay in range to not only whiff punish, but also anti-air if they jump. Bam, just like that. And you've got continuous back air into up tilt. The up tilt can also short hop punish. This is why you have to kind of make a decision between punishing a landing. So if you're swinging the way you're swinging right now, which is high, you punish a landing, because as you see, you have no time to really react to that. But if he's swinging low, it's more about just punish the jump before the aerial happens, right? Okay, so let's go into full hop. Let's say you're full hop. So if you do full hop, my back air is going to miss against you. So at this point, I have to, bam, punish you up here. And this can be done out of prediction, or it can be done out of anticipation through experience, right? And then obviously that becomes reaction. So in my case, for example, a lot of the times it's reaction. I just see it and I punish it. Probably because I've seen it once or twice and anticipated, because it's something that's common. From this point right here, you can immediately just anti-air like this too into up air at lower percentage. Higher percentage, you use back air because it just basically launches them away and you finish the job. Mid percentage, I'd say you should get in close range here. And here's the thing, if you see that somebody's above you at this point and you're holding shield, up air out of shield. Like this, instead of actually just fishing for ground, spot dodging, and trying to like block and contest. So instead what you want to do is, as soon as you get into this position, you can up air like this. And the up air is a bit greedy, but definitely down air works as well as neutral air. So both of these are very important to just anti-air with. Even there, if you see that they're jumping back in, you can anti-air up here. So this is one of the things you can use a little bit more out of shield, is nair out of shield, down air out of shield like this, and up air out of shield if they're directly above you. Like some characters actually are in perfect spot for that. And then also roll away. You don't really roll away much. So if you find yourself blocking and you're like, oh, don't want to be here, roll away. And at this point you find yourself a situation where, once again, you roll away, they can't pressure you, you're out of range, and you're in dash attack range for whiff, or you're in range to anti-air, because they basically have to jump to wall you out, right? Or these characters that do that will give it to you a lot. You just need to kind of scope them out. And then it's really just about like getting them off stage. And as Fox, you don't really have anything against Ike, so you have to kind of be patient about this whole game. Or what you do is that you just frame trap. So let's say so come up here. So the whole short hop and full hop thing has been covered. Like there's not much else to it. It's just that you need to find more of it. So once you shield, you see that the jump, punish the jump if you have to, rather than wait, try blocking and then punishing. If anything, roll out, whiff punish. That's much better. You can also use this one as a whiff punisher. That also works. If you hit with the end of it, it launches them towards you. So you can basically combo into up air, for example. I think it's the end of it. Yeah. So I might be wrong about exactly where the range of that is.
There's a really long thread on Smashboards about Fox's dash attack. It's crazy.
Dash
I
attack
didn't read
or
the whole
side B?
thing, but yeah. I mean, it's side B. Side B.
Ah,
sorry.
okay,
yeah. It's not exactly like at the end, but it's not in the middle. Maybe like
I see.
2/3 somewhere in there.
I see. It's just like
It's
about
hard
this
to
range, I
get the
guess.
exact thing.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
a
I just try
specific
reacting to
hitbox.
where I see the opponent go.
But okay, so you can definitely be using more lasers to basically, from this distance, just pressure. And what does this essentially make them do? It makes them jump, right? This means that you can eventually find these much easier because you're kind of letting it happen. So it's also easier for you to pressure with back air as soon as you have lasered, because people are not gonna, they're gonna jump over it essentially. Let's reset your. Actually, I'm gonna have to kill you for this.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. But so that would be my first note, and that's probably the biggest note, right? The short hop and full hop punishes, because it's basically two essential things in the neutral that you're not fishing for and punishing. This means that two big openings are just not available for you until you practice the short hop and full hop, like, attention span, right?
Yeah.
Let's just up the stocks to like 99. I want to show you a couple of smaller things. That's a lot of
Make
stocks.
sure it wasn't 98, it was 99. Oh, I didn't ask if you wanted me to stay as Ike. I went back to Fox.
Oh, that's it's fine which one you go for at this point. So I would just want to show you a bit of advantage state stuff. So down throw, this one leads into back air, and then you can immediately up tilt at this point, or you can go for dash attack towards them, right? This is unless it's at the edge there, and at this percentage it stops working. So down throwing isn't really too big a deal. There's one little mix-up that you did, which was forward throw, and what you tried doing is, I wasn't sure, I think you were trying to like run in an air, so it looked like this after you forward throw me. So what you want to do instead, come over here, let me show you. What you want to do instead is you want to go for this.
Yeah. I've done that many times offline.
I see, okay. But that's essentially what you want to do against techs, or after a forward throw. So let me see again. And what this does is it punishes techs in place, and it punishes techs away. So try teching in place for me. And it punishes like that. And then you can run in again and do it, because basically you launch them perfectly with this one. You've also got, let's take away this time. And at this point, I think you're too high percentage, but let me get this instead. Here. So it would be 1, and then this one would punish the fact that you rolled away from him. I think you can at least visualize it. I think at this point it's too high percentage, but let's reset. So come down. Okay, after one up tilt, turn around grab. So you don't go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it becomes kind of a lazy, desperate combo. But instead something that you know how the opponent needs to play to basically not get up tilted multiple times, so just counter that instead. And then, do you know how to auto cancel the up air? Okay, perfect. Okay. So you know how to frame trap during your advantage. That's really good. Let's see. I think that's something I don't know if it happened or didn't, but I never really felt the pressure of you just dash attacking and up airing and up tilting and up airing and up tilting to like frame trap me. Maybe it's out of discomfort for Wi-Fi, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's the main reason why. But normally, yeah, I'll, up tilt punish the land, or kind of pressure bait the air dodge with the up air.
I see. Okay. Can you let's see. I was gonna ask something, but my brain just disappeared on me. Oh yeah, okay. This one, right. It's good that you did it. You could have added more pressure like this. So here's the thing. With Fox, you want to stay at this range normally, where you can basically expect a miss or expect a short hop and try to contest either of them, right? If they, like I said, if they jump, you anti-air. If they miss, you can dash attack like this, because you normally don't want to dash attack anything that is a shield or that is grounded. So against grounded opponents, you want to move in and shield, or you basically just want to run in and grab, right? Or you, like you did, is that you basically you fake it out, you run in, and then you just get behind them. That's also just fine. And then with that mix-up, you've got this. That's how you want to apply most of your pressure, which is why I said, you notice how much I am jumping, but you were just staying on the ground. This is how you want to pressure me on the ground as well. So I don't know if you know about this, but if you shield and try grabbing my down air at this point, basically my jab will stop it, right? If I just auto cancel the down air. So if I do this and that one is not auto canceled, so basically there's a bit of lag. Let me show you the auto cancel one. You probably know about it, so put up your shield. That one. So that one in general is just super hard to deal with because you have to respect the jab immediately after, so they are basically going to hold more. So once you apply pressure and you know that they're gonna shield, you've got two choices. You immediately grab them for shielding for too long, or you roll out, you wait for what they do once again, and at this point you can dash attack, you can anti-air, you can add pressure with back airs, and that's something that you can do a little bit more, is just add pressure. Because a lot of times you were trying to deal with pressure, and that means that you're shielding and you're on the ground and you're trying to block and punish and block and punish, instead of me being the one that needs to deal with pressure and block and find some kind of answer. Instead, I was free to do whatever I wanted. I could jump like this, I could do whatever, and you were basically stuck. So that's basically the set for me. So what you need to do, in combination with finding anti-airs a little bit more, is also apply more pressure. Like, don't let the opponent breathe. Go full aggression with your jumps and your aerials and your safely spaced moves. You've got back air for this, either late or immediate. You've got this one that you can apply a little bit more pressure with, and you've got cross-ups with it. If you delay it, you can do so. Put up your shield. You can obviously jump in with this one. So this is also safe because the nair is spaced. So if they try grabbing, you basically can punish them. And this can be done with obviously like like a cross-up as well. So if you put up your shield and I jump through like this, then that's also fine. And all of these like mix-ups need to be applied instead of you shielding and, you know, fishing, because at that point it's very easy to just know what you're looking for. Let's see, I don't know if I mentioned this, but right, okay, no, for sure. Here, you were trying to go for this a little much, and you were also ledge jumping a lot. So those were your two main options. You never really rolled, and you never really went for a regular get up. And whenever you did go for a regular get up, you still find yourself in this position where it's like, all right, I'm standing on the ground, shielding, just like in the neutral, and that's not working. So, you know, what's so good about this position? But instead you went for this, which is fine, but I kind of scoped them out because you never went for this, and you never really dared to go for just something like this here. Those, as risky and as scary as it is, needs to be done with Fox. This is why I personally don't play Fox, because this is such a risky comeback to stage, but it's necessary, and you definitely need to find like way more of it. Another thing you need to find, so put yourself here and shield. Let me show you. Is the fact that you can double jump in and do this, and it auto cancels if you do it right. So try punishing it. Doesn't work. And I can also get behind you.
You wait not too long and I break your shield.
It's probably gonna poke rather than break, but I don't think I've seen a break. But yeah, that's something you can do. I think one other small thing you can do is, against taller characters, you can just ledge jump in down air, and that might hit them for jumping up here like this, just like it hit you there, but usually it'll drag them. But generally you want to find more of this one, right, because it's safe. And in combination with that, so you want to also find this and the down air, and then in combination with that, you want to find double jump in with air dodge, so it looks like this. Whoa, no, Fox. Hello. Like this.
Okay.
So it's, let's say they are shielding here. Double jump in with, no, double jump in with air dodge first. So it's air dodge and then you attack. And this can be, if you do it right, it can be cancelled into an aerial. So put yourself here. Just let me show you a little.
Oh.
Show you a
Same
little
here?
example.
Okay.
Well then, there it is.
Okay.
And that's how it can look. And this, if you, this is, here's a little thing. This is a mix-up, right? So if you see the air dodge cue, and I keep crossing you up like this means that you're probably going to predict that, you know, he'll end up eventually behind me as soon as I see the air dodge cue, the visual cue, right? So you'll basically be releasing shield and punishing me for being behind. So there is a punish to it, but you can also mix it up and never actually get behind them.
Okay. I was gonna ask something to that escaped me at the moment. No, you covered it. Actually, I was gonna ask you about different
Ledge options?
different ledge options, but yeah, you covered that.
I
just
see.
Now.
Something very situational is this, right? That also can work. It happened, I guess, once per day that it might work, just like this. And then you can use something like back air, or you can use neutral air, or you can use down air, back air, neutral air, basically. But it's a very situational, like, last resort. I've tried everything, now let's try this kind of an option.
I might get one of the back air.
Okay.
Can you space the back air safely against my shield?
What? Sorry.
Hit it.
I don't know why. It just.
Yeah. Kick the shit.
It's just, yeah, the lag doesn't let me buffer it too well.
Okay, you don't need to buffer it. You can just do it. Like with Fox, you can just land with it like this. So, for example, here, put up your shield, and look at me. Try grabbing this. Doesn't work.
Okay, yeah.
You can just go all in. You don't even need to basically space it. The reason I'm saying space it is that you want to hit it at like mid-ish range, so even the up tilt becomes max range. But so it's not just immediate aerials, that's just an anti-air. The landed aerial like this is the pressure one, right? Because this one actually pressures them into dealing with something that is safe. And with this, if you want to punish them, so try now grabbing the back air immediately. Whoa, okay, my bad. Once again. Let's wait for your shield a little bit. Hold on, so I don't break it. So as soon as you see the block, grab.
It broke anyways.
Yeah. There, that's where you want to grab it.
Okay. Wait,
Exactly.
right there.
So you want to actually try grabbing the back air. Doesn't work. It basically, this one basically punishes you for it. So this is why also back air pressure is so good, because it might seem like even though you go in with it like this against shields, the up tilt can help you in securing that that opening, right? Because they might grab it or try to grab it. The smarter person who knows this matchup would probably hold shield, wait for the up tilt, and then grab the up tilt or punish the up tilt some other way. That's why you also want to space it relatively well. So here's the difference, right? Put up your shield. There's a difference between spacing it like this, and there's the difference of like hitting the tip of the foot, right? So that you can max range this one too. Otherwise, the up tilt becomes grabbable. I think honestly.
Do you have any tips on how I can work on spacing? Because that's one of my issues, is I end up landing too close to my opponent, and a lot of my aerials are punishable.
I see. Do you play Lucina or Marth or any sword character that basically relies on spacing?
Link.
Link. Okay, Link is a good one. Let me show you an exercise that you can do.
No contest.
Yay!
Survival.
Should I pick Link now?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, do me a favor, pick Marth instead. I want to show you one thing. Or I want to show you the actual exercise.
The female version. The male.
And the reason you're picking Marth is because his idle animation is completely still, so he never really moves around. Which is important here, because I kind of want to have somebody who is a sandbag, but also doesn't move around like crazy. So if you just put yourself in the middle here, for example. So let's pretend this is training mode, right? And you're the CPU. I'm the one who goes into training mode. If I want to practice spacing, there's two different kinds of spacing. There's the immediate aerial spacing, and there's the landed aerial spacing, right? So if I want to basically practice this, I would go into training mode and I would try to get in range like this and go, alright, this is as close as I can get without hitting him. So right here, right? I don't think I want to get in closer because otherwise I'm probably going to hit him. And then you want to just continue this until you can land with it perfectly. So if you hit them, you probably, you've just, it's not supposed to happen. So you go, alright, here it is. This is as close as I can get. If I'm over here, this is over spacing it, right? This is not actually good spacing. Yeah. This is just whiff punishable. So you would get here, and you would kind of keep practicing this. And you would do this with double aerials, immediate aerials, landing aerials, and then you do it with this aerial, and you realize, oh, okay, this one can get a little closer, so I can kind of micro space myself forward. This means that from here, as I'm doing this, I need to jump back, and I need to kind of get closer slightly. Just a little foot closer. Same thing with this one, right? You realize that this one is a little shorter than forward air, so I can be here, and then I have to move back for the forward air, and then in with the neutral air. So it's very like minor micro spacing, but it's all gonna help you with precision and patience at the same time as just, you know, general technicality of spacing. And then you combine this with movement around the opponent. So first, actually, you do it from here. So you're able to... No, just stand where you are. So you're able to run in, jump, swing, and still miss, but still be extremely perfectly close without hitting. Same thing with something like this. Jump and just miss. So you can jump, miss, but still be extremely close. And then you can do that with back airs too without hitting it. So it would be like this. And then you can combine that with other kinds of movement. So you would be able to eventually go for this, into jump, into this, and then just basically miss the opponent completely. And be able to move around, use F tilt, jabs, and still miss them. And basically what this does is that as soon as you hit them, your patience kind of slightly dropped. So the less you hit them, the more your patience increases, the more your precision increases in terms of spacing as well. This is kind of difficult with Link because his hitboxes are kind of big, but if you pick someone like Marth or Lucina who have precise hitboxes and very space heavy, let me just show you how that, or actually I have a video on it, I'll be sending you that one.
Okay.
It'll make a little bit more sense of how to practice spacing. And then you don't even need to go in with Fox and do it. It'll just kind of... The patience will already be there for you. And no matter what, in a game you will always go for a spaced move. Like, there's no reason to try hitting the opponent if you can protect yourself at all times instead. And so, essentially, you can do this with Marth, but it'll just transition into any character. Let's see. Except for this, anything else you kind of are wondering about or have in mind?
I'm sure that afterwards I'm gonna have like 30 questions that I should have asked.
That's fine. If you honestly, at any point, if you figure any questions out, or like, you know, during the process of learning any of this, if you kind of are having a, you know, tough time with the matchup, just feel free to let me know if there's anything you need. Let me find you that specific video. Who does your girl play? What's her name?
She plays Mario.
Oh, okay.
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, she plays Mario.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to figure out why Marth is a really, really incredibly sassy character in this game.
You can see it on his little when he's fixing his hair. He
Or
does
when
it
he
very
walks with his
elegantly.
little hand on his side.
Yeah. He's
No,
elegant
there
and
we go.
sassy.
It's right. When he walks, it's like he's strutting down the runway. I can't.
Oh yeah.
When he
I'm
really
good.
can't.
when he breathes, he holds his heart and he looks down and he's very emotional and you're just like, okay.
I'm just like, alright, man. I don't know what you're going through, but okay. And Lucina's incredibly manly. What the fuck happened here? It's amazing.
Alright, I found a video. So here at about 1 hour in and 7 minutes, I am showing him the exact same exercise that I showed you, just a little better because I'm using Martha and Lucina. And at that point you'll kind of, if you just watch through, it's like a 6 minute little thing. If you watch through it, it'll make a little bit more sense to why it would be a good exercise for you to just go in and do it over and over again. Because honestly, it's how I practiced spacing. And I have spoken to, for example, Mr. R, who's like a past student of mine, and he said that he used to do this without really thinking about it. Like, he didn't know that it was an exercise, he just did it and did it and did it, and it just kind of, that's how he got like perfect spacing eventually. And this will not only make you perfectly space, but it'll make you perfectly in range to whiff punish at all times, so you're not too far away or miss yourself.
Freaking lives. Oh. Earlier, when you were mentioning about him jumping and actually being in the air more, I'm like, great, he's already a jumping being. This is gonna be perfect. This is only gonna make it so much harder.
Well, it only means
for
that
me.
you can also find his, your own little anti-airs against him, because...
What? It's probably gonna take me, what, 3 years?
Nah.
4 years?
These are also something that the commentators would say are call-outs, right? I don't know if you've ever seen it or heard it, but whenever a commentator gets really hyped and he's like, oh, the call-out, it's usually they call out the jump. Like, they already know it's going to happen, and they hard punish a jump. So it's like, it's not a smash attack on the ground to call out a roll. It's something like a Ganondorf forward air to basically immediately counter a Fox full hopping. And there has been basically like either a read or a conditioning strategy to it, but it's a call out that you will be finding yourself doing more and more and more and more the better you get at it. Specifically against opponents on the corner, because if you apply pressure with back air on cornered opponents and they can't punish and it's risky to roll in, the third option is jumping over, right? Or jumping through. So that's where you will also find a lot of full hops to punish.
Okay.
Or we'll see other people punishing other people's full hops at that point. But yeah, any last thoughts? Any questions? Anything you want to ask?
Not for now, but I mean, I'll most likely contact you again for sure, and after I've practiced what you've taught me, I'll probably do another session again.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Until then, I don't know if you have it or not, but I would highly recommend a Wii U line adapter. If you just Google it right now, it will get on Amazon. It's the gray one.
I do have one. Yeah, I have one connected right now.
Okay.
That's why it's kind of weird that there was lag, but I do have it directly.
Do you think it was me? No.
Do you think it's is it the default connection? Did you set it as default connection?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's set to default too.
I see. So then it's probably just your megabits.
I think it could be like that. I have a range extender because like the main router is in like the living room,
I see.
and then that one's connected to like a range extender that goes through the wall, through the outlets and everything, and